Hello everyone. We are back for session 1 of the Supercharged League for 2025. We just sat down on the karts for our first qualifying session. We're switching it up. We're being on track 2 this week for the first quali. We usually do 1. For those of you who have been with me before, welcome back. For those of you who haven't, welcome. We're here at SuperCharged Entertainment in Edison, New Jersey. Reportedly the largest indoor go-karting track in the world. I haven't verified that, but we'll take their word for it. But this is the Super League. It's a time trial league, so we are ranked by our best time, not racing per position. So this first week and next week will be qualifying, so we'll be sorting us into our competitive divisions and see where we stand. This will be my 4th league session here at Supercharged, so I'm pretty experienced on these tracks. I feel like I know them pretty well, and I hope that I can show you that tonight and for the weeks going forward. We have a really good crew here tonight of the regulars. Roland, Brian, Dom, Nick, Tyler, all my buddies that I really enjoy racing with, so I'm really looking forward to this session. We do get ballast weights for this, for balance of performance. They queue up to a par weight of 220 pounds, so which means I'll get 4 weights for me. That's down from 5. I gained a little bit extra weight over the past couple months. I got to work on that. But I really think it does actually make the karts more predictable to handle. And we did race without the weights for this first session that I did, and I had a lot of trouble driving the karts, but once we put the weights in, I found I was a lot more I found the karts to be a lot more predictable and a lot more consistent to drive, so I don't mind that at all. Thanks, man. You good? Waiting on a few people to get settled. We're in the first line. And we're ready to head out. Man, I'm looking forward to this. Thanks, guys. We'll see you out there. So on the out lap here, I'll give you a quick talk through of the track. So we come through over the start finish line. Turn 1 is a sweeping 180 degree sort of double apex. Most of these corners can be taken flat even at league speed. That one definitely can. First corner, or turn 2 is a sweeping left, and turn 3 is the most difficult corner on this track. Is this long spiral uphill right. Finding the right line around there that's got the grip is really the key to that. Then you have this little left, which is deceiving. It's a little difficult than it looks. Not uncommon for the cart to get light on the exit of that. Then we have this guy. I find a wide entry to exit here. We go down this little hill, and we're up to speed now. So this is speed 4. It's a little faster. This one's fun. Okay. Now we got this little downhill section. We'll go through that again in detail in the next lap. Now this asphalt turn, one of my favorite parts of this track is the 2 surfaces between the asphalt and the plywood. Really adds an extra dimension of challenge to this. You really have to gauge where the grip is, and you have to drive the 2 surfaces differently, which is a lot of fun. All right, so tires are cold, definitely cold, but overall, handling handling balance on this kart feels pretty good, actually. The racket's slow. All right, rack itself feels a little loose, but nothing jumping out at me as whoa, particularly slow or hard to manage. So we're just trying to get some heat in the tires. We have 12 laps to get our fastest time. We'll let him by here. Go. So these first few laps were all about warming up. I can feel it coming in now. I usually like to use that corner as a gauge. I'm still breaking the rear loose. Still a little vague on the wheel. And I still feel a lot of movement in the seat, so. Let's talk you through a full fast lap here, starting at the start finish. So we'll go over the line, sweeping left, double apex, keep it close to the inside as possible. Here's where it gets tricky. I like a wide entry, and then I run it all the way out to the left wall. Try to get over back to the right. Anticipate the kart getting a little light over the apex there. I also like a wide entry here. Turn it sharp, straighten it out. Try to point straight as quickly as you can. And then here, quick lift to break the rear a little loose. We're aiming to be to the left so we can be as wide as entry to that right as we can. Then into this hairpin, tiny little lift, let it run all the way out to the left. And then the final corner of the track is surprisingly difficult. Tiny lift, exit is more important than entry speed there. So prioritize where you can. I'm gonna let this. Oh. As you can see, this is a time trial league. So we are not racing for position, and we don't want to get in each other's way. So in order to be fair to everyone involved, just be nice. Let your fellow racers pass. Get your fast lap in. Then let them by if you need to. Alright. Especially in these early laps where you're still heating up the tires. Okay. So, tire heat feels good now. Yes. Okay. Let's try a little earlier apex, run it all the way out. You really can be flat for most of this track. I really prefer track 1. It's a little bit more technical. This track's a bit, whoa. Faster but more punishing for mistakes like that. Whoa, can't chuck it in that much. So if we see where that line was, right on that painted curb, turn it a bit earlier than I usually do. Aim for right on that painted curb on the apex. You just gotta let the kart settle into the grip line. That's a bad spot. Don't park there. try avoiding the walls. That one wasn't so bad. Whoops, well, right, so straighten. I think that's my buddy Greg just in front. That's funny. I know Greg going years back. He and I raced bikes together. Bicycles, that is. He's a good friend of mine. That needed a little bigger, ow! That needed a bigger lift than I thought. So tire heat is coming in. This cart is a little bit vague on the mid corner. It feels fine on entry, but gets a little vague on mid corner. We'll work on that, see what I can do with that. Okay. Let's try a little tighter line here. I feel like we're making some headway now. I'm going to try an earlier lift. Oh, too close. That's my fault. My fault. Nobody behind. Let's back off of this. Let's back off here. This lap's done anyway. Give myself a bit of space. We're clear behind. All right, we got some traffic here. Let's try to clear this. Oh, okay, so this lap's going to be done too. That's okay. We'll clear this traffic. We have some space to the front now. Can try a few things here. We must be getting towards the end now. I'm running too wide on exit there. So we have some space to the front. It's not a great exit, but that's all right. Not sure if that's faster or slower to run out that wide. Yeah, all right. So that felt pretty hooked up through the mid-corner. I think it just took a little time to get more temp in the rear. That's okay. I feel really nice front end through that right turn, which is always a tricky one for me. So that's encouraging. I feel like we're gonna have maybe 2 more time laps. Okay, that felt like a clean, good lap. All right, so let's focus. We almost so far to the left. Let's try a tighter line. Oh, okay. I think a later entry is better there. Worth a shot though. Earlier lift.
Keep it tight. That's what we want. There we go. And combine that with this really nice front end through here. I can keep it pinned all the way through there. I think we'll have one more lap. So let's make it a good one. I know where I can tidy up. I probably won't talk that much for this one, so strap in. I think that's it. Whew. All right, so those last 3 laps felt really good. Whoa. Last 3 laps felt real good. It's pretty encouraging. This car feels okay. Pretty neutral balance overall. That's what we want. I'd like a bit more front end personally, but it got there eventually. We're probably going to be pulling into the pits now. Just slow down. All right. So that's race 1 done. I've got one more to try to get better. Try to do a little better. This kart was pretty good. Not the best I've ever had, not the worst. Pretty balanced overall, which is fine. I am more than okay with that. Well, that was fun. We'll pull into the pits and we'll be back again in a few minutes for our second go. Oh, thank you guys. That was fun. We'll be back in again in a few minutes. But man, that felt real good. It's really great to be back in these karts, and I'm really happy to have you along with me. And we'll see you in a few minutes.